What is up? My name is Spencer Cantor, and welcome to Month of Horror on my channel, where I'm reviewing horror movies leading up to Halloween. And today, I'm reviewing The Cabin in the Woods. The Cabin in the Woods follows 5 college students as they take a break from school by going to a remote cabin in the middle of the woods. It might sound like your everyday horror movie, but I promise you it is not that at all. This is a non-spoiler review, so I'm not going to spoil the twist that makes this movie unique. However, I highly suggest that you do not watch the trailer and avoid any plot details of the movie at all. You will enjoy it a lot more if you go into it blind. It was filmed back in 2009 and was shelved because MGM went bankrupt, but was later bought and distributed by Lionsgate. MGM saw the dailies from a specific scene with Chris Hemsworth and immediately cast him in another movie called Red Dawn, a remake of the same name that was also shelved and released in 2012. Joss Whedon and Chris Hemsworth would later work together again in Avengers 1 and 2. There's a lot of meta and satirical humor, especially when Bradley Whitford and Richard Jenkins are on screen. Every moment these guys are on screen is gold. These two are the most entertaining characters to watch, and their story is by far the most interesting aspect of the movie. They're basically a representation of us horror movie fans and horror tropes. It's a brilliantly written concept that's very clever, and the movie is self-aware of what it is. This is a love letter to the horror genre while simultaneously deconstructing it. It uses many horror cliches like dumb choices characters make, and it plays with our expectations. It wouldn't be a horror movie without the stereotypical characters: the jock, the super hot girl, the nerd, the stoner or the idiot, and of course the innocent girl that survives till the end. That's horror movie 101. These characters do, but also don't fall into those categories. If I had to nitpick, there's a couple of outdoor scenes that are filmed a little bit too dark, and there's also a couple of visual effect shots towards the end that could have been polished up a little bit. But it is an 11-year-old low-budget horror movie. Of course, the visual effects aren't going to hold up to 2020 standards. Justice League, however, that does not get a pass. This is an interesting and original idea that follows the standard 3-act structure of a horror movie. The first act is character development and setup, the second act is when shit goes down and people start dying, and the third act is when they fight against the monster or killer and defeat him. In this movie, you actually give a shit about the characters because they're so well written. And the third act is insane. Shit hitting the fan is an understatement. Literally blood, body parts, and death everywhere. This movie also has the highest death count of any horror movie ever. This movie is filled with references and Easter eggs to other horror movies. Any monster you can think of is represented in this movie. It's a ton of fun and a tribute to all horror movies that have come before it. This is my favorite movie in the horror comedy subgenre, and if you love horror movies, you are going to love it. I highly recommend you check it out. Have you seen this movie? What did you think about it? And what is your favorite horror comedy? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like and subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on one of my videos. I'm posting horror movie reviews leading up to Halloween and Outlast 2 videos every Saturday at 6 o'clock. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.